stand before you as a proud autistic adult. Yes, we do walk amongst you. My hope for Wake County Schools is that they embrace disability justice in their approach to days like today, as well as in the everyday lives of their students, teachers, staff, and community. Disability justice tells us that the old medical model of disability is no longer what the community seeks. What am I talking about? I'm saying we're not all seeking a cure. We're not trying to fix anyone anymore. Yet I see examples of this model often in our schools. When my son was really young, he was already struggling in kindergarten. Many pointed to his rigidness and lack of flexibility. Some well-meaning professionals, pushed by the school, decided to try and explain to my son how we needed to be more flexible. You see, if you are stiff and you can't move, you break very easily. Now, if you are flexible, you bend, you twist, but you do not break. And then they did a craft, because they always do a craft. My son wore this in kindergarten every day to remind him to be more flexible. And this is a good example of the medical model, where the onus was put on a kindergartner to change. He worried every day that he wasn't being flexible enough, yet he didn't know how to achieve what the grown-ups wanted in such a stressful place. I believe it was the adults who needed to be flexible and model flexibility to him. My hope is that Wake County Schools turn to a more social model of disability. This model tells us that it's often the system that needs to change. It is often the very environment of school that is disabling. When we change how we do things and the settings that they take place, to fit a more inclusive population, we eliminate barriers. How many times do we tell our autistic students to put on headphones when we could just turn the volume down for everyone? How many times do we ask our students to be more flexible and not the system? Wake County, I see you breaking constantly. You're melting down too often, and sometimes you don't even realize it. How many lawsuits will it take? How many elementary school restraint cases does it take before your behavior changes? Yes, we need more funds, but we must confront the ableism in our schools along with the intersectionality of disability and its relationship to racism. This is disability justice. This is the social model of disability, and it should be the key lens in which you all operate. The system needs to change. Our kids are just fine.
All right, thank you, Ms. Book.